Hey YouTube, it's your friend Brody here, mildly sunstroked and here on DefineGender for week 3 now. So I'm going to have to turn my head away from the camera a lot because you're inside and I'm outside and I can't blow smoke in the house. But yeah, this week's topic, this Monday, is going to be being trans-identified at school or work. Now, I'm not exactly out at work. I have been sort of out in one workplace, and mostly it was more of a case of people just swimming, and me just not saying either way, kind of thing. But, yeah. I was out at school to my friends, not necessarily my teachers, although a great deal of them did know that I had gender dysphoria. Like many of my teachers I was closer to, like my English teacher, my philosophy teacher, because I was that student that never did their work, but was still a favorite anyways, because I talked in class a lot, and like, yeah, I know, teachers just liked me, and I did learn and I did well on tests. I just didn't do the homework or show up to class a lot. But, yeah. Don't follow my example for all you younger trans folk here. No. Bad news. Bad news bears. Skipping class is bad. But yeah. No. Being trans at school I found was pretty alright. Nobody really gave me too much. Well, actually, I found at school I had more resistance from people who didn't know me than I do day to day outside of school, but that's because it was high school and people just like to talk and they like to gossip and they like to, you know, yell shit at you in the hallways, no matter who you are, right? So, I was out at school from about basically from when I figured it out onwards, so from about grade 11 onwards, as, well, on and off as trans, because I wasn't exactly sure, I wasn't set to transition in grade 11 when I figured out that I was trans. I just sort of knew and didn't know what else to do about it. Sorry, I know there's a lot of glare. At least you guys can see my face now. But yeah, there's a lot of trouble for me at home, which is why I wasn't exactly out at school. But basically, my friends were all really good with it. But yeah, like I said, I did run into a lot of trouble with people yelling shit at me in the hallways. I got a lot of the, "Are you a guy or a girl?" And I found the best way to deal with that one is to just make a smart-ass comment back. Like, I would normally just be like, "Well, I don't know, you tell me." Or I'd be like, "Both," or something like that. Have them all be like, "What? What the fuck? What are you saying to me?" And get all angry. But mostly I found, yeah, that was only a problem with the kids. I didn't really have a lot of trouble with teachers giving me any flack for it. And I have a friend who's actually transitioning, and he's about 15 now, I think 14 or 15, and he'd been on T for almost a year, and at my same school, he's taking the boys' gym class, he's allowed to use the boys' washroom, he doesn't change in the boys' change room. They want him to change in a separate room, just for safety's sake, which makes sense. But, that's school. At work, I'm not out, and I find that it's kind of hard to be out at work simply because you don't know how your employers can act, and they can't fire you for it, but they can fire you for something else, and say, like, they can fire you and say it was something else, right? Not to mention, especially if you're working in customer service, I can understand from an employer's point of view how it might be a little awkward for customers to come in and, they might lose some of their customer base. I don't think it's right if they, fire you because of that, but I can understand the logic there. But yeah, there's not too much to say about being out at work or school, to be honest. It's just kind of a delicate balance, and you have to judge it by your individual situation. Like I said, I'm not out at work, so I don't know what to say. So, peace. That was week 2 of Define Gender.